So I won't forget to do the introduction here. Okay, today I'm preparing food for my channel called Living Socially Secure. I have 2 of them with that in the name. And I use the pseudonym Tom Z. Cruise Joad, and more will be explained later. So I did carrots on the first 2. I did rice and carrots so far. These are staples that if you mix them together correctly, you'll stay out of the Orbeez, you'll stay out of the Burger King. They'll help us collapse those multinational things that have gotten us fat. Not just those 2. The Mickey D's, Wendy's. I love the Wendy's, but still. Dave Thomas, you know, he was around. He named that place after his daughter. But because this camera's not really a mobile camera like my other ones, what I did in between downtime here is I cleared the counter off because now I'm going to handle some chicken. So chicken, it's got a lot of germs. My oven's up at 350. I got to count. What is measurable is repeatable. What is repeatable is rewardable. So part of being a senior citizen is you need to always use your brain, so count stuff. Gotta get the one star poker in it. Poker there. Now it has to be rinsed instantly. The cat came in contact with the inside of that, and it actually should be washed. It will be. But right now, what I'm doing here is I'm showing how I professionally have prepared chickens for service all my life. In hotels and restaurants, and even in the supermarket, Stop and Shop, a Royal Ahold brand. Sometimes I don't have everything planned, but I know I want to use this bag strictly for chicken and get it right out of the house. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 chicken legs that cost $6.87, and that's more than what I usually pay. Usually I get this for about $4.80. So you take 13 into 68, do the senior thing, use your brain. 13 goes into 68. 4 times. 4 times 13 is 40 and 3, 52. So you take 52, subtract it from 68, you get 16. So does that mean that 13, yeah, 13 goes into 68 5 times. That's 50, and 15, 65. So these come in at about 51 to 54 cents a piece, okay? It's cash out. So what I do, I want to rinse them, okay? I should have something else here, and I do. And I'm concerned, I don't want to be flying chicken juice across my counter, but I want to rinse my chicken. Okay, so coming in 50, let's call it 55 cents a piece. These are substantial. I find there's more meat on these that I can utilize than if I get the chicken thighs or quarters. Love my quarters. I tend to overeat a quarter because I wouldn't do what I'm going to do to these for a quarter. A quarter, I cook that thing up. One of them go, wow, that was so good, let's have 2. And all of a sudden you have no savings, and you've done the chicken for a while. Now the reason I was keeping this so handy is to keep the spread of chicken germs, salmonella, away from everything. So this is what the chicken came in, into the cabin, and this is what the chicken was allowed in. But before I do this, I'll make sure I control where these chicken germs are going, and they go straight in my trash. Get a little bit hotter water. Got Philadelphia, or you got New York. Okay, I have napkins right here handy. Okay, now the reason I'm doing that is because I'm about to handle the pan. And one of my sisters got me this excellent pan. You'll hear me say frequently, one of my sisters got me. They've taken care of me all my life, my treasures. I have 4 older sisters who are all still here. It's old people talk, none of us have passed away. Well, praise Jesus. So, I'm going to cook 13 legs. My oven is ready. And the way I put these in the pan is common sense. Try to put a certain amount of the center of the leg. And there's the salmonella juice. Okay. Certain of the legs, you know, you just pack a little tight. So you can take almost 2.5 hours for all of this to cook thoroughly. Of course, you want to cook your chicken thoroughly. That layer, there's fat in there. I don't spice it until the skins will hold the spice. Because what I discovered is that if you spice it when it's like this, the spices end up in the bottom too soon. Okay. So, that being said, my oven is ready. It'll reheat. I timed it during my little break to clean up my counter to prepare for my chicken. Well, this is not yet hot. Pardon me. When I open the oven, the heat's going to come out. I want to get in there as fast as I can. And I want these pot holders in my hands to make sure that I don't bobble the lid. Okay, now, part of my Living Social Secure channels, what is repeatable, what is measurable is repeatable, what is repeatable is rewardable. Okay, the only thing is, I didn't write down what time that was, so now I have to go and check my phone, but before I touch my phone, I want my hands to be clean. The essentials of Living Social Secure is to use subsidize. There we go. That's the speech thing I've talked to doctors about. Subsidized foods. You pay taxes. You corrupt Congress people. They get bribed by different interest groups to subsidize this, subsidize that. Right now we're subsidizing the Midwest farmers because King Donald has declared war on the Chinese. That's not nice. They invented rice or something like that. So, what happens is with the subsidies, the farmers are getting them now. Well, they should. They invested in the land, gave their life, took the 4th part of economics: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurial risk. Risk is a measured concept. Okay, you notice I'm getting a lot of soap in my hands. And the doctors taught us when we had to learn so much about germs for our family and our child that this hot water soap don't really kill the germs as much as they lubricate the germs to get them off your hands. And that's why doctors wash their hands, fingers down like that, so it covers all the soap. Now I can touch the phone, use my arm, get my napkin, an whole product. I love it. It's a vended product, but they have excellent purchasers. So now that I've done that, I'm going to know what time I get to check the chicken, because this being a channel originally intended for seniors, we need to use our alarms to remember things. So I will put 13 legs in at 350. I'm going to boost it up a little. 370 is what I like to run my initial chicken hour at, because I've overloaded the size of that container. There's not much spare distance on the bottom of the pan. So check the time and calculate. You've heard me, I'm doing multiplication in my brain, division in my brain. Excuse me. And I need to be reminded, because I'm going to go on to the next part of the project, and then I will have 4 things involved. The next series of videos is about the discount chicken dogs. So far I've done rice, carrots, That's the stuttering of the brain. I couldn't figure out what else. The chicken and the carrot dogs. Chicken dogs. There, I got a problem with my brain, and I had a CAT scan, and I wasn't thrilled with what they said. They didn't find anything. They said go to a neurologist. So living social secure is about using all these subsidies. Why not? Somebody else is. Get yours. So I have a problem with the word Google because it comes from the Bible, Agog and Magog and stuff, but apparently you got to be Googled to be connected. So of course I have a subsidized cell phone. My sister's helped me with it, but this is a track phone. So you can keep track. What is measurable is repeatable. What is repeatable is rewardable. So, you know, for years all of us, oh, you got unlimited data. You do not have unlimited data. They got a hook, and that hook is all the ads. So if you can figure out how to monitor yourself, so by the grace of God, I used up to half a gig. That came with my $25 card. So for 60 days, I could stay connected for $25. The net cost of the phone was $40. $65 for communication for 2 months. 1,000 texts. 500 minutes for voice. Half a gig of data. But all the functions are here. It's a calculator, it's a computer. I have to occasionally check my date. All right. So now what I'm going for is my alarm. And it is 10:53. Let's call it at 11. Okay. And I'll put in an alarm for just, see if you're not careful. Fortunately, the screens are big enough. I'm going to add an hour of. Okay, so I'm going to go for 10:53. That chicken's going to take. Okay, that's. Make it 12:15. I want this to be set for. Tells you it's 12 p.m. 15. Alarm set for 1 hour and 22 minutes. I'll take it. That's about what I expected. A lot of particulate matter out there in the valley today. We didn't get a rainstorm to clean it like we usually do. So then I have to double check because I'm a senior. Your volume is up. Now, got 100% charge. Upcoming alarm, open Wi-Fi networks, yeah. All my experience on the device I'm using to video this, there's this stutter. Somehow somebody downloaded these ads when they using the phone when they hit a network. So it's got something in there I can't figure out how to clear, but I will. And here what I'm doing is I'm demonstrating that, yeah, you have to stay socially connected. My sister's belatedly convinced me of that. But at the right price. So this track phone is an Alcatel. Well, Alcatel was, and is, a French multi-global conglomerate that bought Lucent. Well, Lucent means light, was about the bandwidth fiber optic cables, and that's one of my doctorate level discourses is Lucent was created with its core was Western Electric. Western Electric was the telephone equipment hard copy making device of the Bell system. And in Allentown, Pennsylvania, we had thousands of people were employed by Western Electric and then by Lucent. Beautiful building they built on the side of the highway in US 22, the great covered road, great wagon road. And then Lucent stock crashed. I think my Aunt Kay, the sweetheart, gave us stock one Christmas. And because I was working in the market where Lucent was, I had some foresight, and I sold my stock at $49 a share, and I got out. And Lucent peaked at 3 cents. Unfortunately, a lot of people lost money, some of them in my family. But if that stock would have been something different, not subject to a massive wave of innovation up and down, I would have held on to it, but still it went to 3 cents. So then Lucent, the name moves over and becomes part of Alcatel. So the Alcatel device, being the Frenchies that they are, the frogs, God bless our Frenchies, they were our allies in the war. The bottom button is the screensaver, the volume buttons are up top. After 15 years of using the top button for turning your screen off so you can't input data by mistake, because when you stick it in your pocket, now I have to retrain my brain. $25 worth of connectivity for 60 days. Chicken's cooking, you can hear it sizzling. I'm not wasting my time because I'm going to go in there now, I'm going to do the seasoning. So, 60 divided by 25 with a decimal, 2.4. I'm not sure if that's what I want. Let me do that again. If you have, no, I did that wrong. Where's the clear? No clear button here. That's the thing about the French design. Okay, there's no clear button. There's the back button. 25, take the cost of the communication, divided by 60. Decimal 41. 41 with 4 sixes, 8 sixes. 42 cents a day to stay connected. Okay? There's the cost of the gas, because I have to go out to get the Wi-Fi, but I have to go out to stay socially active. I have to go out to see the market. I cross I-81 twice a day at least, and I get out. Sometimes I look at the trucks and the cars, and I analyze what's in those trucks. I see the name on the side. Some of them, they tell you. Others, they don't. So I have to figure out what's in those anonymous shipping containers. I see the cars from the bridge, from the overpass of North Locust Point Road and Bernheisel Bridge Road, in the middle of the Rich Valley. They connect to a road called Rich Valley. And that's another discourse that I'm going to do for my History channel. So I have to go out to be connected. I will today because I have some professional calls. I want to reach out to somebody, ask for the sale. First I have to go and get all cleaned up like we all do. But first I'm going to be cooking. So at 42 cents a day I stay connected. The gas out to what I have to do is going to be about $3 worth of gas today. The channel is about living social secure. These are the techniques. What I'm going to do, and I don't know if I'm on camera, so I go back a little, otherwise it's just my belly and my not shaved chin. I take my little Japanese Jeep, I call it. It's not correct. Well, I have other ways to say that's worse. 4-wheel drive Suzuki. The bicycle will fit inside of it. Or I put it on the back. I'm going to take my bicycle to the Ahold parking lot and I'm going to do some shopping. Buy some stamps. That's it. And then I'm going to put my bike on the ground. I'm going to ride my bike 5 miles or 4.5 miles to the subsidized library. I found out where their sources of funding were. 75 to 85% comes from the state. And I'll use the free internet. I'll look for employment opportunities. I'll chat with the people there who've got to know me, because I come in with satchels looking homeless. Who cares? I do. So they got to know me. They know I'm just like, one more library rat, and those are those of us who in between spots in life hang out in the library, because if I hang out in Starbucks, you can't afford it. And then I'll walk down to the senior place. I'll ride the bike down to the senior place, and I won't have lunch because I didn't order the lunch. You have to order the lunch a day in advance by 10 o'clock, so I can't have lunch on Monday or Tuesday because I didn't know my schedule. But I'll chat with Sandra, the desk lady, or who's ever in the desk, and I'll say, count me in for Wednesday. Put today into it tomorrow. I'll go down and I'll shoot some pool with some of the other oldsters. They look at me because I still have long hair and I have golden blonde hair, and it's my original color, and it's a sign of virility when you're 62, and I'm not yet. I have 4 days, well, I have 16 days to go. I have to be careful I don't get killed on the Route 11 north or south. But after I check my email several times a day and I do some reading, and I read the New York Times and the subsidized library cover to cover, I look back at Sundays, yesterday's. I do that in a really neat spot. I found a very sunlit place on the edge of the library. They have a fire stairwell. It's beautiful, and you get internet there and there's electricity. I'll charge this device up. It's about using subsidies on a personal level and having fun doing it. Interacting with other people, and what I want to try to do is help people just by being cheerful. I mean, you're some of the other seniors that are on 20 years, 25 years above my age, and first day I went there, they talked about having lost somebody, and everybody, oh my gosh, so they added to the prayer. I went to my other social organization where I get to praise Jesus. I'm trying to be in the choir at my church, and while there, the director got a text concerning someone's health. And he had spoken about that person at the beginning of the choir practice. So my first time was awesome. 50 to 60 people. Alto, tenor, soprano, and bass. And I'm a bass. And I have to learn to read music again. I have 7 years of musical reading experience. 3 years of Latin, including 1 in depth. 3 years of Spanish, but I speak Spanish for 45 years. And so the music, the choral music, praising Jesus. Yesterday the songs at church were about going out. Jesus wants you to go out and play in the field, enjoy the forests. So I'll go out and I'll use those resources to keep myself physically active. I rode about 35 miles last week. I was in the pool twice. I missed the pool yesterday for, I'll be honest with you, I cut myself and I didn't want to have a Band-Aid. You can't go in the pool with a Band-Aid, and I wasn't going to go in the pool with open wound. So I missed a day. There's only 3 more days of the pool. It's an awesome outside pool. And we live in this place that doesn't have any basements due to flood levels. The creek is right here. So the youngsters in this community are out playing in the community. They have basketball courts, they have a pool, they all walk around and hang out like young kids do. So it's a very vital life to be part of this little village I live in. It's a village. And it's 600 yards from here to the Appalachian Trail, where that crosses the Connequintic Creek. Just saying the word Connequintic 3 times, you'll bite your tongue if you don't think about it. So I start off talking about Alcatel. And I go on this discourse about the fundamental of living socially secure. Find out what's subsidized on the Google net, the intertubes of Google Webs, and use as many of those things as you can. My family says, well, there's food banks. There are, but I won't give that food away. I know this. So I have to write down a list of where they are in every town. So I pay subsidies for that. For 48 years, the United States government has taken taxes out of my paycheck. This spring I looked at a paycheck, working in a dangerous market in a northeast city. I was paid well. They were taking $35 a week, $70 per bi-week paycheck for my Social Security. And guess what? If they take that much money out of your check, and you get your Social Security within 6 months of them doing it, you've maximized that return. If they take $35 a week out of your check, and you're not getting Social Security for 40 years, you're not getting the rate of return. So I'm trying to find a high-paying position and decide, will I take the Social Security? Don't know. See what happens. You have to break eggs to make omelets. And today I'm breaking eggs in the kitchen. Now that I've done this discourse, and this will be probably about an hour and a half I've done today, I have to take the hot pan out. Okay, and I'm going to make some chicken fiero, pepper. Let's get low. I have salt. That'll last a while. Got some wonderful subsidized hot sauce. Now I find that hot food is really good, spicy food. It gives me awesome dreams. You don't have to take any chemical in these sedatives to drink. Put hot stuff in your food. Now, I need the light that's in the oven, because I need Jesus' light. I was smart to take my glasses up, but I couldn't see. Okay, now, by the time it takes me to spice, that oven will drop down. It's the opposite of close the refrigerator door, as my pop used to say. Now I want my pepper. Of course, I go on and on. I did this. I was at Union Food Processor, and down the street was the McCormick plant. Okay, pepper's now hitting the skins, which not going to be crispy for a while, but they're going to hold that pepper. Pepper there I measured earlier, called Q. Salt. I don't know why they tell us to do this, but I do. Okay, I like salt. It keeps me from getting cramps. Oh, you're a salt king. I'm going to be 62. I don't want to hear that stuff anymore. No. How much? I can always add spice. Add this later. Aged red peppers, aged red cayenne peppers, distilled vinegar and salt. Valmer Foods, Terra, Louisiana. So made in America. And if ever there's a state of subsidies, it's Louisiana. We subsidized Hotel Katrina or whatever that thing was. Now, I got to make sure I have a piece of wood under this so it doesn't burn my counter. I want to make sure that when I go in there it doesn't slide on me. So some of these are going to get the spice, and some aren't. Okay, so that's smells good. As soon as I hit that chicken, oh my God, does that smell great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 of them are spiced. Look at that. Tell me I don't have a brain problem. Okay, it's the same color. I'm looking at that color. I pick up the orange one. That's why I said I went from got a CAT scan. It was the second time they saw me. Okay, we think there's something wrong with you. Like a lot of people do. Okay, now this up. Cover it. You have to prepare all your steps. Did I do the pepper? Yes, pepper went first. Did salt. See, I forgot I did pepper less than a minute before. And that's the forgetfulness that I went to the doctors about. Light is on, so I know exactly what I'm doing. I go in there. Now again, I have the alarm going. I have now 4 major food groups going, and the next thing I want to do, I don't have to have on cameras, I'm going to take containers for my rice because I need that pot for the 4th food ingredient. And all of this is living social secure. It's Monday, the world is recovering from the Carlisle Car Show in our world, and I'll talk about that on a different tape. That's Edward Malone, Hotel Franchise Administrator, Hotel Franchise Trainer. And now what I'm going to do is, I don't need you to watch this because I waste your time. This is not a waste of time so far.